about it in slightly different ways. Like the deadlift, for example, I like to start at the top because to get that tightness in my stomach and my lats, my hamstrings.
This, by the way, is not okay. If you think differently than me.
Actually, I think that's like the most important thing, right?
It is. There's a lot of ways.
When you're trying to figure out what works for you, it's so hard because you're listening to somebody like Mark who's been around forever, and like he knows what he's doing, right? And you figure like that's the right way to do it, but there's no one right way. And so listening to other people, getting other viewpoints, like that makes it so much easier to figure out what works for you. That I think it's one of the
Show us how you did it. Yeah.
So again, I'm trying to end up in the same place, right? I want my back flat, I want my stomach tight, I want my hips lower than my shoulders. But for me, I find it a lot easier if I kind of start from the top. So I do this thing, it helps me think about my lats, right? I stretch my arms up, my lats stretch, and I pull them back down. And then I try and go down and be in that position that I want to end up in before I'm there. That helps me stay a little bit tighter. It's not right or wrong to do it either way. You just got to figure out which works for you.
It's also fit his body type, right? Like he's able to do that. For me, my mobility kind of sucks. Years of pro wrestling, years of football, and years of this and that. Many excuses. I can't get in a great position. The only way I can get in a great position is almost trick my body into getting in a good position, and I do so by leveraging the barbell, allowing myself to get in a good position.
So I'll start from the top. It looks exactly the same, right? After I'm down with the barbell, right? But just getting there is a little bit different. And again, like I have good leverage for the deadlift. I've never really had to think about it that much. If you get the squat, like I struggle much more with that one, so I have to kind of trick my body to be in the right position.
Is anybody in here a coach? You guys coach people? Okay, good. Something to really understand as a coach is to know.
I start with very flat back. And I like to squeeze my pecs just to remind me, to use my pecs because I actually have an easier time using my lats and bench than my pecs. So I squeeze it before I start, just like we talked about. And I try to find my grip. I like to always bench with the same grip width unless I'm doing resistance exercise, which for me is with my rings right on the with my ring fingers right on the rings part.
You can use the guides of the power rings to kind of determine where your grip is. You can also use the knurling, and sometimes I would go like thumb away from the smooth part of the bar. It just kind of depends on how wide your grip is.
So after I have my grip set, I like to set my lower body. So we haven't really talked about that, but it's still an important part because that's the base, right, where you're connected to the ground. So I squeeze my butt and my legs and get a good stance where I feel like I can push back against the bar without moving my butt up like that. So I like to have my feet a little bit in front of my hips, but that's going to vary depending on your body structure. And then I'm going to get set with the upper body stuff we talked about. So I use the bar to pick my upper body up, and then I kind of twist my shoulders into the bench, and then I use the bar to push myself down further into the bench so that I can keep that position as I am ready.
You guys see this? Cheating, he's got something under his shirt. Crazy.
So then, as I unrack the bar, I'm really trying to think about continuing to squeeze that upper back together so that I can keep that position as I unrack. That's a lot easier if you have somebody lifting the bar out for you, but with lighter weights, you can usually do it yourself. And then, just exactly what we talked about, right? Trying to grip the bar in half as you bring it down to your chest. And then from there, press up and do pretty easy, because you're already in that good position. Now, obviously, if the weight's heavy, it's not going to be an easy press. But all your muscles are already engaged, so that you should be able to keep the correct movement patterns without having to think about the ascent quite as much.
For some people, there's going to be